Hello YouTube, this is Blurred Sci-Fi Gamer. Welcome to Blurred Pokemon Plays, an archive of all of my Pokemon ROM hack development. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Welcome back. In this video, we are taking on the second Elite Four member, Koga. Koga is a poison type specialist, specifically with Toxic. He also verbally cites confusion and sleep techniques, both in Gen 2 and Gen 1. However, his Pokemon never seem to know any sleep moves. And they don't have confusion moves either, so it's a little weird. Anyway, in the ROM hack, I went with moving around his Pokemon to lead with Forretress. As you see, Kilimanjaro easily dispatches Forretress, as should any Pokemon with a strong Fire-type move, because of the 4x weakness. Forretress' objective here is to lay spikes. So if you don't have a Fire move, you're going to have to deal with spikes, which is going to make it painful to switch around. Tentacruel was added to Koga's team in place of Ariados, as that helps with the Fire weakness, both Forretress and Venomoth. Venomoth is his ace. Tentacruel is also very fast and bulky. If you look, you can find the movesets to all of Koga's Pokemon in the description. This Tentacruel is running a Surf Toxic Rest Talk set with the objective of simply beating Fire-type Pokemon, at least in theory it should, or getting Toxic and then just stalling it out. Tentacruel's just there to just sit down and try to stay there as long as possible. The interesting thing about Tentacruel always is just how fast and bulky this thing is. It's less so physically bulky, but Tentacruel can take a Psychic from your Alakazam. It's just super especially bulky. Next out is Muck. Muck is more of an attacker. In Vanilla Crystal, Muck is running a minimized set. I, just in this ROM hack and just overall, tend to shy away from evasion related strategies. It's just not really my thing. It seems more cheap than strategic and fun. Muck set. Muck has good coverage with Sludge Bomb, Fire Blast, and Giga Drain, and is running Toxic in the last slot. And Muck is also bulky like Tentacruel, on the special side especially. Muck also has good attack too. He's a good attacker. Fast, strong, Psychic-type Pokemon should be able to dispatch of really all of his Pokemon. Koga's no pushover though. Just as Tentacruel is fast and bulky, so is Crobat. You see Crobat easily outspeeds Starmie. Crobat is the second fastest Pokemon in the game. Crobat is running a Toxic, Fly, Giga Drain, Recover set. Anything that Crobat cannot damage directly with Fly. It's likely a rock type, which it can use Giga Drain on your Golem for huge damage. Or it's going to use Toxic and then just try to wait you out. And Crobat is very bulky for how fast it is. It just, especially at level 50, it's going to live a lot of hits. As you can see, I switch into Virgil here, as Crobat successfully poisoned Zapdos and was about to start stalling with Fly and presumably recover. If you add spikes into the mix from Forretress on turn 1, you can see how Koga's team can start to get annoying. You really need to, from a strategy standpoint, pressure Koga offensively as best you can. That's why I was so aggressive with just trying to get as much damage as possible with Kilimanjaro when it was on the field on Typhlosion. You see Crobat is already beginning the recover loop. If you've seen any of my other videos, the reason why Crobat has recover and Koga's Venomoth also has recover is now a TM in this ROM hack, and distribution has been increased to include all Pokemon that learn Roost in later gens, as well as Slack Off, so the Slowbro line also gets it. That is why Crobat is using recover. Another important detail is for things like rest and recover. I have implemented the Gen 9 PP restriction of only 5 on healing moves. Some smart play. Virgil overcomes Crobat. Koga's last Pokemon out is Venomoth. Venomoth has a similar set to Crobat, just with Psychic over Giga Drain. Fly, Psychic, Toxic, Recover. The longer you let the battle go on against Koga, the more they're going to be able to stall you out with 2-turn Fly and Recover cycles. Venomoth, being Koga's ace, you see is at level 55. It is extremely high level. A 10% bump when the ace's level really starts to show in the post game. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and join our community.